3 wide and running fourth last, starting to press forward on the back of Elegant Blast. Coming up towards the turn, Minus Looks is just in front of Mr. Undercover. One short is on the inside. Now Variations pulling out 3 wides, had every chance. Western Temple off the fence, getting out wider. Then Elegant Blast, Rich Red, getting an inside run. Vein Striker, and to the outside is Fontainebleau, but giving them a big start. Mr. Undercover trying to come after Minus Looks. Variation joined in with a great run, and Gatting's getting through as well. So Variation and Gatting are going to fight it out. Variation's in front from Gatting, clear of Western Temple, but Variation, too classy, is pulling away from Gatting and Western Temple. And Variation, a perfect ride, won the Belmont Guineas from Gatting by length and a quarter. 3 lengths Western Temple, 1.5 no say in it. Then Fontainebleau with Elegant Blast together, followed by Mr. Undercover, Rich Red. Minus Looks got tired. Taxigano, one short. Gangbuster, Vein Striker last. Variation 240 and 120. Gatting at 230. Western Temple at $2.30. Beautiful ride by Parnham. Pike didn't make an issue of it early. He went to the fence and Variation was able to pop up outside of him. And it was the key to the victory, really. He had a beautiful run. Gatting's run a terrific race, the Derby winner. And Western Temple, who's very consistent, has boxed on after given every chance by William Pike. No saying it's run well for fourth. And Fontainebleau has come down the outside. Just gave them a fairly big start, but ran home reasonably well with Elegant Blast, certainly not disgraced. Gangbuster finished well back. Minus Looks led and weakened. And it didn't seem to run out the 1,600 metres as strongly as what he did on the 22nd of April. But did a bit of work to find the front, but then seemed to set a reasonably moderate tempo. Can be deceptive. We'll find out from the clock. 1, 2, 6. The winner Variation is a really classy horse. Bay Gelding by War Chant out of Fleeting Angel for GP Wilson, MG Walsh, NJ Gill. Well done to Neil and Peter Ansell as well. In the ownership with Arthur Barrett, Stephen Miller, who trains at Port Kennedy. Stephen's got a chance in the last as well with the Schooner. Gatting, terrific run. Autier in the saddle for Darren McAuliffe, bred by the Kingston Thoroughbreds, and a string of owners, too many to mention. And the third horse, Western Temple, number 6, for Bob and Sandra Peters, in the Cerise and White for Grant and Alana Williams and William Pike. Now, the last 600 was 35.56, overall 137.30. So well outside the state record, the race record at 135.78, so a second and a half outside the race record. 1 length by 2 1/4 by 1. Let's go downstairs. Big moment here for Stephen Miller, training the winner of the $100,000 Belmont Guineas.
Certainly is a big moment. Stephen Miller doesn't normally show too much emotion, but I can see this means a little bit to you, mate.
Yeah, you know, like no horse has done it for a long time, and, you know, the expectations leading up to the race were, you know, I usually cop it pretty sweet, but started to get to me because everyone was on top of him. But, you know, credit to the horse and credit to Brad. Brilliant ride. And, you know, he's just an unbelievable little horse.
He's had an amazing career so far, this 3-year-old. That was the 12th start then, and he's only finished outside the top 3 on 1 occasion, and that was last start in the Group 3 Belmont Sprint. It was almost one of his best runs.
Yeah, I probably heard a bit there, you know. You know, going into a weight for age and that, I think I sort of give Brad too many instructions, and I thought he was going to get caught 3 deep, and today, you know, I just left it up to Brad, and you know, he's a good rider, and he rode him a treat, you know.
Moving forward now, the Aquanita, the next one on the radar. Are you definitely heading there if the horse pulls up well?
Yeah, look, if he pulls up well, he'll you know, the owners want to have a crack at it. I'll just be guided by the horse, you know. He seems to relax, and yeah, we're only going to get one more chance at this sort of weight, you know. So if he pulls up well and gets through it all really good, we'll have a crack.
Group winner, 2-time listed winner now after 12 starts. How exciting is it to train a horse like this, SJ?
Oh, you know, it's very exciting, and plus the people that own him, you know, they've been with me for a long time, and don't put any pressure on me, and, you know, I can just do my thing.
Well, you're doing a great thing at that, mate. Congratulations. Enjoy this win and best of luck in the Aquanita.
Thanks very much.
There's Stephen Miller, the winning trainer of Variation. We will speak to Brad Parnham. He's circled by the winning connections at the moment. There's plenty of them as well. They're pretty excited, so he's still got to weigh in. It was a gem of a ride by him. We saw Gatting get second as well. That horse has come back in very good form. A nice performance too, and those two will continue going head-to-head in the Aquanita now with the confirmation there that Variation will go there. Let's have a chat to Brad Parnham now, the winning jockey. Brad, it was a tricky barrier. SJ said he left it up to you, and one out, one back. You can't really complain with that.
Yeah, that's a good thing about riding for Stephen. He's very, you know, he has a lot of faith in me just to let me do what I want. And I never really went out there with much of a plan. My plan was just to see how he jumped and just to try and find a spot wherever I could. And I saw a little opening to get into the 1-1, so I took it up pretty quick. And once I got there, he relaxed very well and he just did the rest. You're
a composed jockey, you're a realist as well, but the rap you give this horse, you think it's a serious animal, don't you?
Oh, he is. I've said it time and time again, he's a class animal, and he's continued to improve with each preparation. And I think when he comes back next time, he's probably going to have a serious crack at like the Railway or something like that. And I think it'll be a good race. You know, like it's obviously another level again, the Railway, but I think he's capable of putting his best foot forward and running a good race in that.
SJ said that if he does pull up well to the Aquanita now, Gatting will be going there as well. It was a really good battle again. Every time Gatting came, though, your guy just responded nicely.
Yeah, he responded really well. He's still a little bit young, I suppose, my guy. Like, he's got more to learn. Like, he hits the front, he probably clocks off a little bit, but, you know, every time I felt Gatting just edge that little bit closer, my guy was able to respond. And it'll be interesting going up to the 2000 because obviously Gatting's a very good stayer, so I think it'll be a good battle between the two. But yeah, you know, I do think my horse will get it, so it'll be interesting.
Plenty of people are tuned in. Can you tip us into a winner? Can you go back to back yourself and SJ combine again with Schooner in the next, up from 1600 metres, third time it's raced in WA now. Looks to be a nice chance.
Yeah, he does look to be a nice chance. SJ's got probably a good enough opinion to bring it here on Saturday, and it was a very good run last start. It was probably a little bit unlucky not to win. So if I get a good run, I think it'll be right there.
Well done, mate. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
There's winning jockey Brad Parnham. He's brought Variation to its second enlisted win, taking out the Warroa Belmont Guineas in style from Gatting, which was running on strongly.